But there are some brands out there like Palm Angels and stuff like that, and I think the standards just start to slip. And if you're paying that much money for a jumper or a jacket or whatever, you don't expect the standards to slip. What is happening, people, and welcome back to Clobber Island. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that's been subscribing to the channel. I've been gone for a little while, but I'm back. My name's Tyler, and together today we're going to be finding out, is Stone Island really worth the money? Now, for some, Stone Island is the absolute staple piece of terrace culture, and for others it's overpriced chavvy clobber. What do you think it is? Let me know in the comments. Just a quick brief history on it. Stone Island was founded in 1982 by Massimo Osti. They were known for their fabric innovation, dye-in techniques and unique designs. They became a staple piece in football culture. Nowadays, Stone Island's been adopted by rappers such as Central C, Travis Scott, Drake. Then you obviously got Liam Gallagher that wears it quite a bit. And then you got celebrities like Jason Statham, Logan Paul wears it in WWE. Dua Lipa even wears Stone Island. So it's been worn by a whole range of different types of people. So to me then, that just shows it's not just for football hooligans. Now let's talk about why you see everyone wearing Stone Island, why you see these celebrities, why when you go out you see everyone wearing these clothes, and it is because of the quality of the items. Stone Island items can last years. I'm talking absolute years. They can last 20, 30, even 40 years if you look after the items properly. Most people start at buying a jumper because second-hand jumpers cost for about £90, which is very, very good for a top quality jumper. If you buy one that's in good condition and you look after it, it will last you a very, very long time. Another good thing about Stone Island cotton is you can re-dye it. So if you've got a jumper one colour and you want another colour, you can just buy a dye-along pod and you can re-dye it. That's another thing that I have spoke about on my channel, so feel free to go have a look, see how you can re-dye Stone Island. Now, as Stone Island been around for a long time, as I say, they were founded in 1982, so it's 43 years they've been going. They've obviously worked out and perfected their craft. Unlike some of these other brands that are coming out a little bit newer, and then what happens is they start at a higher price point, they get very, very popular over a short period of time, they start mass producing and the quality slips down quite a lot. Stone Island, luckily, isn't really like that. Some people say the older stuff is better, they say the vintage stuff is better, and I completely see why. It's absolutely gorgeous, some of the old stuff, the quality, the fabric, I get it. But I have also had customers that come to me and they are surprised about how good the newer stuff is as well. And like I say, I have both. I have vintage and I have the newer stuff, and to be honest, they're both amazing. I can't fault either. I've also had like Moncler and stuff like that, and I think that's amazing. But there are some brands out there like Palm Angels and stuff like that, and I think the standards just start to slip. And if you're paying that much money for a jumper or a jacket or whatever, you don't expect the standards to slip. Okay, so let's talk about pricing. So if you look at Stone Island on like flannels or something like that, you're going to say, yes, very, very expensive, right? Retail prices are always going to be crazy. That's why I say shop with someone like me or another reputable seller, because we'll be able to sell you the same item for about half the price of retail. Make sure you do your due diligence on the seller, make sure they're reputable, and obviously make sure you're buying from someone who sells authentic Stone Island and they're trustworthy. And if you're buying a Stone Island jumper, full retail price from Stone Island or flannels or something like that, you're looking at about £280 for a jumper, which is a lot of money. So what I would say is, obviously I sell them for about £160 brand new with tags, or we sell them pre-loved for about £90. That's the sort of rough price point you want to be looking at. And to be honest, £90 for a second-hand jumper in great condition is a very good price. If it lasts you for like 5-10 years, you're going to be buzzing. You might want to sell it after that, move it on, because it will hold its value as well. So that's another thing about Stone Island. If you're buying something off a reseller, or if you're buying something for a good price point, you should be expected to get that money back, or at least most of it, because Stone Island does hold its value. And to be honest, that's another reason why I absolutely love it. I'll buy something, I'll wear it a few times, and I'll sell it on. It's just the way I like to recycle my wardrobe. Some people like to hold it and keep it and wear it lots of time, and then they'll actually build a collection or an investment for the future. Some people actually use Stone Island as an investment, and why not? Because it will hold value. Some pieces even go up in price. It's crazy, right? Of course, there's going to be some Stone Island pieces that are very expensive. You can get like a standard jacket, and it might be a ghost jacket, for example, and it just seems like a normal jacket. Obviously, the quality of it is going to be insane, but it's £1,300, and you're just thinking, no, that's just crazy. And I get you, I completely get it. I would say try and look for that jacket from a reseller or someone else who can get hold of it for a lot cheaper price, because retail is always going to be expensive, and it's just not something everyone can afford. So I would say always shop around, see what you can find. However, I do think if you're buying a winter coat, for example, and you want to spend £500 on a winter coat that's pre-loved and the retail in it is about £1,300, I think that's a great investment, because a winter coat is an investment. You want to make sure you're warm in the winter, You want to make sure you've got a good quality coat on. And I do think Stone Island offers that to you. A lot of Stone Island jackets and coats are water resistant. Some of them are waterproof. They're insulated, whether that be Primaloft insulation, Polartec technology. They could be downfilled. A whole wide variety of different jackets and coats to choose from. And obviously it depends on your personal circumstances and what you're buying that item for. You could buy a coat very, very similar from a shop. Let's just say Zara, for example. You could buy a winter coat for £150. And that'll be brand new, or you could buy a pre-loved Stone Island coat for say £450. There's a lot of money between that, and understand that, but the Zara coat might only last you 2 or 3 years, whereas the Stone Island coat is going to last you 10 to 20 years. If you're looking for money's worth right now, I personally would rather go for Stone Island jacket, because at least then you know you're going to get the use out of it. It's going to last you a long time. And if you do care about designer, then you've obviously got the badge as well. So that is all I would say if I was going to compare those two together. And now that leads me on to the badge itself. Now, why do we want to wear the badge? I mean, it's a style choice. It's a symbol that I've spent a bit of money on my clothes. It's fashion. This is a fashionable, iconic badge. Can signal that I've got good taste in clothes. Some people don't agree. That's absolutely fine. It also can give someone confidence as well. If they feel good in the clothes they're wearing, they might have more confidence when they go out, and everyone has their own personal reasons as to why they wear designer clothes. There's also the argument of, for example, when you go to the football and you want to wear Stone Island, it's so you fit in, so you're with all the people, so you're all together, and it's more like a brotherhood. Now I want to talk a little bit about the downsides of wearing Stone Island. Some people do class it as like chavvy, and some people do class it as like football hooligan, so if you wear it, then that's something you've got to take into consideration. The other bad side of it is it's very highly faked. You'll see loads of fake Stone Islands about. Some people can't tell the difference, obviously some people can. So it's a little bit annoying when you spend loads of money on your clothes and then you see someone with the same jacket and they probably spent 20 quid on it, and you've spent like 250, 300 pound on it. But then of course, if you're buying a fake, it's not going to have the resale value. It's not going to have the investment value. At the end of the day, you're buying something that's going to hold its value. If you're buying fakes, obviously not going to get that. You're also not going to get the quality. If you're buying fakes, they're probably not going to be waterproof. They're not going to be wind resistant. They're not going to keep you warm. They're just not going to stand test of time. Within a year, it's going to be ruined. That's just some of the downsides we have to take into account when we're looking to buy a Stone Island. So, is Stone Island worth buying? I'm going to shock you all here. I think the answer is yes. Shocker. Yeah, I do think it is worth it, but I don't think it's worth buying from retail. So it's always worth buying from resellers like myself, because we obviously sell pre-loved. We can sell brand new with tags for a lot cheaper than retail, and then that's the sort of price point I think that would be fair for most people. Okay, not everyone's gonna be able to afford everything. I completely understand that, and I do understand that some of it is expensive, but if you don't mind spending a bit of money on clothes for top quality Clobber, then you can easily buy a jumper for 90 quid. You could buy a jacket for maybe 200, 250, which I think is a fair price for a quality jacket. And obviously that's pre-loved. If you're looking at new, it's going to be a bit more. But I mean, some of the new jackets are about 800 quid. So even if a reseller is selling them for £400-500, it's still a hell of a lot cheaper than retail. So that's good. Because if you do take pride in what you wear and you want to wear designer, you want to wear fashionable items, and obviously when you go out, you want to wear that symbol on your arm, you want to wear that symbol, that brand, that logo, I do think Stone Island is up there with the greatest, to be honest. But I'm a little bit biased, so yeah. But there is a reason that I sell Stone Island. I don't sell much other brands. It is because it is loved by most. It has its haters, of course, like everything, but there are reasons to this stuff. People know how good of a brand it is. If you want to just try out Stoney for yourself, say you're just watching this video because you want to buy a Stone Island, you're not entirely sure, test it out. Buy a t-shirt, buy a jumper, have a little look, see what you think of the quality. That way you're not going straight in with a £200-300 jacket, and then you can go from there and build up your collection. But of course, let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you wear Stoney. Let me know if you're going to be looking to buy more pieces, whether you prefer the new stuff or the old stuff, and what Stone Island means to you. I just think it's very special. I just love wearing it, and that's obviously one of the main reasons why I went into selling it. I hope you did enjoy this video. I hope it helped you in some way. Don't forget to hit subscribe for more content coming. Appreciate all you're watching. Have a good one. Peace out. Obviously, make sure you do your due diligence. Make sure you do your due diligence. Fucking hell. Do your due diligence. Make sure you do your due diligence. Oh my god, I can't say it.